All right, so we're joined by CSUN women's soccer head coach Gina Brewer following the semifinal round of the 2025 Big West Women's Soccer Championship. Coach, pretty intense match out there, so if you can, please just provide us with the opening statement about that one.
Yeah, obviously so proud of the team, so proud of the players. I mean, they fought so hard all the way till the very end, and we had the comeback goal and was able to tie the game up, and then went into extra time, and we had a couple of chances. We thought we were going to put it away, and obviously then had to go into penalties, and both teams made some and missed some, and it just came down to the last one, and they obviously made the last save. So very intense game, very back and forth game, lots of opportunities, but overall just proud of the team and their efforts.
For sure, Coach. To kind of touch upon that a little bit more, you said part of the team, part of the effort. So, #1 seed, regular season champs, coach of the year. You had some players named to the all-conference team. So, overall, I mean, quite not the result that you guys wanted, but overall, very, very successful season in 2025. So, kind of just talk about the journey and what it meant for you guys to host this championship here on the campus of CSUN.
Yeah, obviously, it's been significant turnaround. So I just got hired. I mean, it's been not even 2 years. It's like a year and a half ago. And when I was hired, they'd only won one game, the year before. So obviously last year our goal was to make it to this Big West, conference championship, and we had just missed it. So we were playing in our last game to try to get into that 6th place, and we ended up in 7th place. And so this year, our goal was to make it again, and obviously had a fantastic run where we beat some records and had so many shutouts in a row. I think it might have been 7 shutouts in a row, and just very impressive with our defense and our goalkeeping, and everyone from our forwards, midfielders, and backline worked so hard defensively, and then we kept creating chances to give us opportunities to get results, whether they were wins or draws. So again, just the team bought into everything we were asking of them, and just really, really impressed with their overall just attitudes and willingness to put in what the hard work that we were asking them to do.
For sure, a little bit of Matador magic.
Yes.
Anything for you guys?
I can touch on the senior group who plays their last match here today. I mean, a lot of them were in that lineup here today. A lot of them are such a big part of this turnaround, like you mentioned, and we're here a part of those. Those tough years right before you came in. To speak about the impact they had on this team this season.
Yeah, so we had 10 seniors and 10 freshmen, and I think one of the most special things was we asked that senior class to be really good leaders. So not only for them to lead themselves, but also to lead the younger classmen, and they really stepped up to the task. And the hard part was not every single one of them was a starter or played. Some of them wish they would have had more minutes and would have played more, but they bought into their roles and they were willing to be the absolute best supporters of their teammates, and you could hear them from the sidelines and everything like that. So I just think that senior class was really, really special. They had great attitudes, great work ethic, just were willing to listen and be coachable. A lot of times when you ask players to do certain things, they want to do it their way and aren't necessarily listening to the coaches, So I just am so impressed with that senior class, and they can be so happy with where they left this program.
Just to jump in on the comment you made about your defense being really great throughout the season. How do you implement that defense in next year's group of athletes, and how do you get them to come off a season like this and go with a much more defensive mindset and to grow with what you guys had already?
Yeah, I mean, the special thing is obviously Riley, our goalkeeper, was a senior, and she won't, be back with us. But we do have Hayden Malden, who had some very, very good years prior to me getting here, had dealt with an injury, and she will be coming back. So we have a veteran that will be, in goal for us. Our back line is actually very young. So we had, as our right outside back, Michelle Monroy. She was a redshirt freshman, essentially was injured last year, and then played this year. Go ahead, you grab that. And then we had Sydney Lipkin, who's a true sophomore. Alex Valente is a true freshman, and the left outside back, Sienna Navarro, was a transfer for us as a true sophomore. So very young back line, still 2 more years that they could be consistently together. Obviously, hopefully everybody stays healthy. In the midfield, we'll be missing, Paige and Yoshi, but still have some young players in Kaylani Claiborne that played in there for us. Leah played in there for us, so sophomore and a freshman. And then up front, obviously Kaylee Jackson was our center forward, who was a senior, and we lose her, but we had really young players in the wings, so we have players that were sophomores and freshmen as well, like in Jordan Canister and that. So yes, we're going to be losing some very great seniors that had a lot of heart and soul and gave a lot to this team, but we still think the future is very bright with who we have returning and some impact of incoming freshmen coming in as well.
Awesome. Thank you for that.
Thank you.
Hi, Coach. Thank you. My name is Henry Caceres. I just had a quick question about going forward into the next year after this tough loss. Of course, you guys had a great game this game. Of course, congratulations on that.
Thank you.
We have a specific player that I'm in mind, which is Jordan Canister, who, of course, has shown out this season, has shown that she is very valuable to the team. How are we going to implement her role in coming into the next year?
Yeah, I think one thing that is interesting with Jordan is we played her the majority of the year as a left winger or a left forward, and as it was getting a little closer to the season, I was talking with her and I was like, Jordan, I actually think she's right foot dominant, right? So she always wanted to cut inside. I was like, I think it might be better if you're on the right side and you go around. And she's like, I've been wanting to play the right. And I was like, why didn't you tell me that? So it was actually pretty funny because we were talking about that. So then these last few games, we've been playing her on the right, and she's done a really good job. She's so strong and so powerful, and she has a lot of ability. So we'll keep working with her, and I think she is going to be a special player in the future.
Thank you so much, Coach.
Yeah, Coach, any closing remarks? I mean, obviously, Matador Nation came out today, whole lot of red in the stands. You guys have a great home field advantage. So any final message to all of the true Matador supporters and all the fans that came out, not only tonight, but throughout the entirety of the season?
Yeah, I mean, we absolutely love being at CSUN and love being Matadors, and we just think the Valley is such a special place, you know what I mean? It's a unique, special place, and just the pride for the Valley is so incredible. And yeah, we've had a lot of loyal supporters throughout the whole entire season, and I mean, the energy was so good tonight. You could hear it from everybody around, and we're just so close. I wish we would have got it done, but no matter what, we're really proud of the efforts and the quick, turnaround to get this program to be a competitive program, and we're not stopping yet. We're just getting going. We're just getting started. So.
For sure. We love that. Thank you so much, Coach. Appreciate it, Coach Brewer.
Appreciate it.